with Noah Bunch going to Leland Nitschke on the left side. It's Leland Nitschke, Noah Bunch, Levi Walker, Ethan Northrup, and Garrett Rogers for Clark Range, and a holding foul going to be called on Livingston. It will go on Cole Harris, picking up his first foul of the game on either team. Livingston coached by longtime head coach Jimmy Miller. He's assisted by Nate Kennard and Blake Qualls, and they will start Brody Coffey as Sunbright goes inbounds. Brody Coffey, Wyatt Hargis, Cole Harris, Daniel Bilbrey, and Tucker Miller for the Wildcats. Sunbright in the front court with Bunch. Bunch dribbling up top. Bunch now around the screen with the right-hand dribble, and a timeout going to be called by Sunbright. Before they do it, and as they take a timeout, we'll take a moment to set the starters for you. We've got a little minute here with Leland Nitschke wearing number 0, Noah Bunch wearing number 1, Levi Walker wearing number 4, Ethan Northrup wearing number 14, and Garrett Rogers wearing number 23 for Sunbright. For Livingston, Brody Coffey wears number 11, Wyatt Hargis number 12, Cole Harris number 14, Daniel Bilbrey number 20, and Tucker Miller number 21. Don't know if they actually gave a timeout there. They've had an issue with the clock as they get everything straightened down, and Bunch with it in the front court. Bunch, alley-oop backdoor, knocked away by Livingston. Miller will save it to Harris. Cole quickly in the front court. Oh, good move by Harris to the rim. Left-hand layup, good. Cole Harris just gave him a little shoulder shake out top. Defender leaned, and that's all he needed to blow by and get to the rim and lay it up and in for the first 2 of the game. Bunch going the other way. His little teardrop in the lane, no good. Coffey with the rebound. Outlet to Miller. Miller quickly to the rim. No look to Hargis. His jumper banking, no good. Rebound tapped out. Hargis going to chase it down. Hargis now to Bilbrey. Bilbrey will skip it in the corner to Miller. Tucker for 3. That one rims no good. Rebound taken away by Sunbright. Is there to pull it is going to be Rogers. Rogers will drop it off now to Bunch to bring it front court. Bunch back to Rogers up top. Rogers will hand off now to Northrup. Northrup, high post Rogers. Rogers from 16 feet. Jumper's no good. Harris with the rebound for Livingston. Outlet to Coffey running the floor. Coffey to the rim. Layup good. And 1 for Brody Coffey. Coffey just flying down the floor will draw the foul from Garrett Rogers. He'll pick up his first foul of the game on Sunbright. Will put Coffey on the free throw line to shoot 1, trying to complete the 3-point play for the Wildcats. Free throw by Coffey is good. So Coffey knocks down the free throw. Livingston out 5-0 here in the early going. Pressure now by the Wildcats. They're 1-2, 1-1. Rogers to Northrup. Northrup, long pass through the hands of Walker and out of bounds. Touch last by Sunbright. It will go to Livingston Academy. Hargis stepping out to throw in. Will play the ball into Harris. Harris now to Coffey to bring it across the timeline. Coffey works it front court. Goes left side, Bilbrey. Bilbrey inside through the hands of Hargis and out of bounds. As a little miscommunication there as Hargis and Harris both cutting to the same spot. And it went through the hands of Wide and out of bounds. And the basketball goes back to Sunbright as they'll play it in to Bunch. Bunch now to Rogers coming back to help against the pressure. Rogers double teamed on the sideline. Goes back to Bunch. They get across the timeline in the front court. Pass deflected by Hargis. But there to recover, it's going to be Northrup. Northrup trying to go inside, and a kickball going to be called on Livingston as they tried to get it down low to Nitschke inside. But the kickball by Livingston is going to keep it with Sunbright as they'll get number 11, Kent England, into the ball game. England coming in to replace Walker. It'll be Bunch stepping out to throw in, right side on the baseline to Rogers. Rogers now to Northrup. Back to Bunch. Bunch with the left-hand dribble drive. Floater in the lane. Bouncing good by Noah Bunch. Bunch has the first 2 of the day for Sunbright. Miller's 3 in the front court is money. Tucker Miller. Quick release 3. Quickly down the floor. Couple of passes, and Miller's set up in shooting range and knocks down his first 3. Long pass ahead to Northrup. Northrup dribbles around the defender, but they're going to call Wyatt Hargis for the push. And he'll pick up his first foul of the game. Second in the first quarter against Livingston, so Sunbright will play the ball in the front court with Ethan Northrup stepping out to throw in. Northrup plays the ball in to Bunch. Bunch now to bring it across the timeline. Works it front court on the dribble. Bunch now. Quick crossover to the left hand. Kicks it out to Northrup. Northrup to Rogers on the left side. And travel going to be called on Garrett Rogers. Shuffled the feet when he started to make the move. And the turnover will give it back to Livingston. 5:03 to play first quarter. Wildcats out in front 8-2 here in Clark Range. Miller in the front court for Livingston to Harris cutting in the lane. Harris back to Miller up top. Miller backs it back out for Livingston. Left side Harris. Cole with the right hand dribble drive to the elbow. Now to Hargis. Hargis works it back out for Livingston against the man-to-man by Sunbright. High post Harris. Right corner to Coffee. His three in the air is no good. Rebound taken away by Sunbright. Is there to pull it. It's going to be Northrup. Long lead pass to Nitschke. And Nitschke walked with the basketball. That pass over his shoulder led him just a little too much. And the travel against Sunbright going to give it back to Livingston before they throw it in, though. Wildcats going to take a timeout with 4:29 to play in the first quarter. It is Livingston 8, Sunbright 2. Back to Clark Range in just a moment. The Livingston lead is 6, 8-2, as the Wildcats will play the ball into the backcourt with Daniel Bilbrey stepping out to throw in. Bilbrey plays it into Harris. Harris now to bring the ball front court on the dribble. Left side they go to Miller. Miller will lob it in the corner to Coffey on the short corner. Coffey, little pass inside to Harris, blocked away by Rogers and taken away by Rogers. Bunch, lead pass now to Northrup. Northrup to Bunch breaking in the front court. Bunch lobbed to Nitschke. It's deflected, but gets to Nitschke, but then he lost it out of bounds. Couldn't control it on the baseline, and it falls out of bounds, and the turnover will give it back to Livingston as Bilbrey stepping out to throw in. Before he does, though, Nitschke going to sit down. Levi Walker will come in replacing him. Harris to bring it front court for the Wildcats to Bilbrey. Bilbrey inside to Hargis. Hargis fall away in the lane. Good wide Hargis. Hargis with his first two for the Wildcats puts them in front by 8 again at 10-2. The front court, Northrup with it on the right side. Northrup to Rogers. Rogers on the right wing, dribbles to the elbow, a little up and under move out top. His jumper short, no good. Rebound Coffey falling down. He'll save it to Miller. Miller in the front court for Livingston, going to be bumped and fouled by Noah Bunch. Bunch will pick up his first. Second foul in the first quarter on Sunbright. So Livingston will play the ball in on the sideline with Brody Coffey stepping out to throw in. As Coffey to play it in for the Wildcats goes inbounds to Harris. Harris now to Coffey. Down low, Hargis posting up. Quick turnaround by Wide is no good. Rebound Northrup for Sunbright. Now to Walker. Northrup across the timeline to England. On the left side they go to Walker. Walker will skip it now to Bunch. Bunch on the right wing. Down low to Rogers posting up. Rogers spins back inside. Gets underneath. Layup good. Garrett Rogers. Looked like he was too deep underneath the rim to score that one, but able to power his way out and knock it down for his first two. Hargis kicks it in the corner for the three ball, which is good by Cole Harris. Harris knocks down the triple. His first three. He's got 5, and the Wildcats have their biggest lead at 9. It's 13-4. Bunch to bring it front court for Sunbright. They trap him there at the half-court stripe. Ball knocked away and stolen by Coffey. To Bilbrey running the floor. Layup good, Daniel Bilbrey. Livingston turning defense into offense, and Bilbrey gets the finish to lay it up and in for his first two of the night. Bunch into the front court. Bunch picks up the dribble, steps through the double team, finds Rogers. Rogers in the corner, Northrup. His three in the air from the left-hander is good. Ethan Northrup. Northrup knocks down a big three. As running the other way, Bilbrey has it knocked away, and it goes off of Sunbright. As touching it last is England. Hargis going to sit down. Rocco Carwile will come in replacing him. Carwile, the sophomore, had a big bucket on Thursday night down in Chattanooga as he hit the game winner to beat Soddy Daisy 60-59. Harris right corner Coffey. His jumper bouncing no good. Rebound tapped. Harris will get to it for Livingston. Harris on the left side. His three in the air is money. Cole Harris. Harris has his second three. He's got 8 points now to lead Livingston. And the Wildcats have an 11-point lead, 18-7. Bunch brings it front court. Pass knocked away by Coffee, stolen by Miller. Miller to Bilbrey running the floor. Didn't catch it clean. Ball knocked free right to Miller, and he's going to be fouled by Rogers. No, it's a jump ball. Jump ball call is going to give it to Livingston. Wildcats will play it in on the inline with Coffee stepping out to throw in with 1:51 to play in the first quarter. Coffee will play the ball in right side on the baseline to Bilbrey. Bilbrey with the left-hand dribble drive to Coffee. His right side three is bouncing no good. Rebound taken away by Rogers, and he's going to be held and fouled by Miller. Tucker Miller will pick up his first, team's third here in the first quarter. As Carlisle, we started to say, made that game winner down in Chattanooga on his 16th birthday, hitting the game winner. That's a good way to remember your 16th birthday, a game winner over Soddy Daisy down in Chattanooga. As Bunch will bring it front court. Bunch picks up the dribble to Rogers up top, pulls up the right elbow. His jump shot bouncing no good. Rebound Coffee. Coffee quickly up the floor to Bilbrey, running the floor to the rim. Layup good, Daniel Bilbrey. Oh, the speed of Bilbrey. You saw it on display right there as he'll get right to the rack, lays it up and in for his fourth point. Livingston out by 13 now, 20-7. The front court with it. That's a turnover as they throw it over the head of Walker. Rogers trying to hit Levi Walker, but over his head and out of bounds, and the turnover will give it back to Livingston. Inbounds goes to Harris to bring it front court. Harris dribbles to the left wing, backs it back out now to reset for Livingston. To Miller. Tucker, right side three. That one bouncing no good. Harris with the rebound back up, no good. Rebound Rogers for Sunbright. Rogers controlling for the Tigers as he'll drop it off now to Bunch to bring the ball up court. Bunch double team back to Rogers. Rogers, they've got to hurry, and they didn't make it. 10-second count forced by the Wildcats defense will give it back to Livingston as their defense forcing the turnover, and it'll be Brody Coffee stepping out to throw in the front court as Coffee plays it into Miller. Miller dribbling between the circles, goes left side, Harris. Harris on the baseline to Carlisle. Carlisle in the lane, Coffee cutting inside, layup good, Brody Coffee. Carlisle found him on the cut to the rim as Coffee lays it up and in for his fifth point. Livingston out by 15 now, 22-7 here in the first quarter. Rogers, dangerous pass, but gets to Bunch. Lob down low, knocked away by Harris and out of bounds. Touch last by Livingston. Going to stay with Sunbright with 22 seconds to play in the first quarter. They'll play it in on the inline as Noah Bunch will step out to throw in. Bunch to play it in the corner to Rogers. Rogers with the dribble drive, gets in the paint, pull-up jumper in front, too hard, no good. Rebound Bilbrey, looking to run. Bilbrey drops it off to Carlisle, spins inside. Carlisle shot blocked by Rogers. Rebound taken away by England. England now to Bunch with 6 seconds. Bunch in the front court, gets in the paint. Bunch driving to the rim, jumper's no good, but he'll be bailed out with a foul on Livingston's Rocco Carlisle. Carlisle will pick up his first, team's fourth here in the first quarter, but it will put Noah Bunch on the free throw line for 2 free throws with 1.8 to play in the first quarter. Bunch. First free throws on the way, and good. Bunch with his third point of the game. Cuts the lead down to 14 at 22-8. Second free throw coming up. Dribbling the basketball there. Second free toss on the way. That one's good again. So Bunch makes them both there to score his fourth. Livingston's Harris from half court. It'll count if it goes, and it rims out. Oh, Cole got a look at it, and it went halfway down and comes back out. And we're through 1 quarter of play after one complete. It's Livingston Academy 22, Clark Range 9. We'll check the scoring in this one in just a moment. with wide Hargis to throw in to Coffee. Coffee to Bilbrey. Free throw line Hargis. His jumper there rolling good. Wide Hargis. Hargis got the kind bounce on the Clark Range rims to score his 8th point of the first half and put Livingston out by 24, now 37-13. Northrup on the right side. Northrup over the top of the double team to England. Left side they go to Bunch. Bunch will drive. Oh, good look to Nitschke. Shot blocked away, though, by Hargis there for Livingston. Then Hargis trying to hit Bilbrey on the outlet. Pass gets away and out of bounds. Turnover by Livingston will give it right back to Clark Range as they'll play it in the backcourt. Stepping out to throw in will be Northrup to play the ball in. Northrup. Long pass off the hands of Walker as he tried to make a one-handed catch. Couldn't do so. And the turnover will give it right back to Livingston Academy. Wildcats will play it in to Bilbrey to bring the ball front court. Bilbrey working between the circles to Goolsby. Right side, Coffee. Coffee dribbling with the left hand. Backs it back out to Goolsby. Drew will take the three and knock it down. Drew Goolsby from outside hits his first triple. And the Wildcats lead it now by 27, 40-13. Walker in the front court to Bunch. Bunch looks to drive. Bunch ball knocked away by his own man, England, but he kept control of it. Right side now to Northrup. Northrup down low to Nitschke posting up. Back to Northrup. Northrup with the left-hand dribble will skip it now as he makes the pass. A push going to be called on Livingston as picking it up will be Drew Goolsby. Goolsby will pick up his first foul in the second quarter on Livingston, and Sunbright plays it in to Bunch. They look to trap him. Bunch able to dribble away from it. Bunch in the corner now to England. His three in the air is no good. Bilbrey with the rebound. Bilbrey long pass ahead to Coffee. Coffee wide open layup, no good. Goolsby with the offensive rebound, back up and in. Drew Goolsby following the miss, able to lay it up and in. And Livingston going to get 5 new players onto the floor. Well, they won't get 5 as Tucker Miller stays out there. Drew Goolsby stays out there. Cole Harris out there, new on the floor for Livingston. Number 22 is Jagger Hammock, and number 25 is Parker Beachboard for the Wildcats. Bunch to Nitschke, the front court to England. Left side, Walker. Walker, dangerous pass, but it will get to Bunch. Bunch will drive in the corner, Northrup. Left-handed threes and air ball. As the rebound going to go to Sunbright, though. That's Walker saving it to Bunch, who'll lay it up and in. Noah Bunch has his 8th for Sunbright. Miller in the front court. Tucker with it, going to back it out with 2 minutes to play first half. Goolsby back to Miller, left side three. That one's bouncing, no good. Goolsby with the offensive rebound, back up and in. Drew Goolsby having a big second quarter. He's got his 7th point. Livingston out 44-15 with 1:45 to play in the first half. Bunch in the front court on the right side. High post England. England has it knocked away by Beachboard. Ball stayed with the Sunbright for a moment. Then Hammock will take it away. Outlet to Miller running the floor. Back to Beachboard. Layup good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard lays it up and in for his first 2. And Livingston's out now 46-15. Bunch to Nitschke in the front court. Nitschke left side, Walker. Walker double teamed on the sideline. He's in trouble, and a foul going to be called on Parker Beachboard. Beachboard will pick up his first, team's second here in the second quarter. So Sunbright will play the ball in front court with Northrup stepping out to throw in. Northrup goes inbounds to Bunch. Bunch across the timeline, gets in the paint, and runs right into Harris, and a travel going to be called. Harris wanted the charge, taking the contact, but they say the travel before the contact is made, and the turnover will give it back to Livingston. Inbounds goes to Hammock to bring it front court. Hammock to Miller. Tucker will go left side, Harris. Cole will take the three. That's money from Cole Harris. Harris knocks down his 3rd three. He's got 7 in the quarter, 15 in the game now to lead all scorers with 15. And Livingston will get a couple of more new players onto the floor. As number 1, Brody Miller will check in. Number 45, Carter Harris will check in. Staying out there is Hammock, Beachboard, and Goolsby. Sunbright in the front court. England with it. Now to Bunch. And Bunch is going to be pushed and fouled by Livingston. Foul on the Wildcats. Going to go on number 25. That is Parker Beachboard picking up his 2nd. Team's third here in the second quarter, so Sunbright to play the ball in. They go in the corner to Walker. Walker back to Northrup. Northrup with the left-hand dribble, works his way inside. He'll take the jumper. It's no good. But a foul going to be called on Livingston. Sunbright going to go to the free throw line. Foul on the Wildcats will go on Carter Harris for Livingston, picking up his first, team's fourth. Ethan Northrup at the free throw line. The free throw's no good. Northrup, 3 points on the day, getting a 3-point field goal. Big win earlier for the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats as Northrup shoots the second free throw. This one's good for Sunbright. Livingston beat Clark Range 52-43 in the girls' game earlier. In the front court with it, Hammock, little floater in the lane, no good. Rather, Beachboard, no good. Hammock now will take a three on this left side. It's Remy, no good. Rebound tapped around, and Nitschke going to control it, and he's going to be tied up by Goolsby, and the arrow going to give it to Livingston. As the Lady Wildcats went 2-0 on the year, winning 52-43. Left corner three ball by Beachboard, no good. Hammock with an offensive rebound, back up, no good. Goolsby will tap the rebound. It's loose inside. Harris will dive on the floor, but can't control it. A jump ball going to be called, and it will give it this time to Sunbright. They'll play it in with 23 seconds to play in the first half as they go inbounds to Bunch to bring it front court. Bunch against the half-court trap by Livingston. Picks up the dribble. Bunch has got to hurry, and it's stolen by Beachboard. Beachboard, quick burst to the rim, lays it up and in for the layup for Parker Beachboard for his fourth point of the half. Quickly in the front court, Bunch with 3 seconds. Bunch has it knocked away and stolen by Hammock. Hammock from half court. That's good if it goes. Banks no good, and we're at halftime. Big first half for Livingston as the Wildcats lead it over Sunbright 51-16. We'll take this break. We'll come back, and we'll have our first half scoring in just a moment. Halftime here in Clark Range with Livingston leading Sunbright by a score of 51-16 at halftime. Let's take a look at the Smith Septic scoring summary in the first half. Smith Septic, call them before you have an issue with your septic system. 265-3575 for Smith Septic. Leading the way for Livingston, Cole Harris. Big first half for the junior as he's got 15 points, 3 threes in the first half for Cole. 8 points at halftime for Wyatt Hargis. 7 in the first half for Tucker Miller. He's made 2 3-point field goals. 5 points at halftime for Brody Coffey. He was 1 of 1 from the free throw line. 4 points in the first half for Daniel Bilbrey. 7 points for Drew Goolsby. Goolsby made 1 3-point field goal. 4 points in the first half for Parker Beachboard to give Livingston their total of 51. As a team, Livingston made 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Wildcats made 5 3-point field goals in the first half of play. They made 6 3-point field goals in the first half of play, did Livingston. Now for Sunbright, only 3 players have scored for the Tigers. Noah Bunch leading the way with 8 points. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 points in the first half for Ethan Northrup. He made 1 3-point field goal, was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 points at halftime for Garrett Rogers to give them their total of 16. As a team, Sunbright made 3 of 4 from the free throw line. They made 1 3-point field goal in the first half. That's your Smith Septic scoring summary. Smith Septic, call them before you have an issue with your septic system. 265-3575 for Smith Septic. Girls final earlier, Livingston beat Clark Range 52-43 to go to 2-0 on the season. Wildcats trying to extend their record to 2-0 in this 2023-2024 season. Wildcats starting 5 back out there for Livingston. Should be the continuous clock here in the second half. I'm not sure if they'll start it here in the third or if they'll wait till the fourth, as it's Bilbrey, Coffey, Tucker Miller, Harris, and Hargis for Livingston. Hargis, right corner, Coffey. Coffey will fake, will drive, kicks it in the corner, Bilbrey. Bilbrey up top, Miller. Miller steps to his left, back to Coffey. Coffey inside, Harris is open in the lane. His jumper no good. Got his own rebound, back up and in. Cole Harris, first shot, he was a little off balance. Able to put that second one in and score his 17th point of the contest now for Livingston. It's Northrup, Bunch, Rogers back in there. Walker, as Rogers will drive, gets inside. His layup underneath, no good, but he'll be fouled by Coffey and will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That's not Coffey. It is Coffey with number 11 for Livingston, picking up his first foul in the third quarter as Garrett Rogers to the free throw line to shoot 2. First trip to the line for Rogers, dribbling the basketball there. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. So Rogers 1 in the quarter. He's got 5 in the game. Second free throw coming up for the big man from Sunbright. Second free throw on the way. That one is good this time as he rattles home the second free throw. The other player out there for Sunbright is Nitsky for them. Miller, right corner 3, bouncing no good. Bilbrey with an offensive rebound. Bilbrey back to Miller. Miller now to Hargis. Hargis will fake the 3. Pulls up the free throw line. Jumper's no good. Harris with the offensive rebound. Harris will kick it back out to Miller. Miller in the corner, Bilbrey. Bilbrey to Hargis. He'll take the 3 and he'll make the 3. Wide Hargis with his first triple. He's in double figures now for Livingston with 11. And the Wildcats lead it 56-18. Bunch picks up the dribble. Able to go now to Walker in the front court. Walker double teamed on the sideline. He's in trouble. We'll find Nitschke. Nitschke to Rogers inside. Rogers is going to score the bucket and draw a foul on Tucker Miller. Miller will pick up his second foul in the quarter on Livingston. Garrett Rogers with a chance at a 3-point play for Clark Range as he's limping a little bit going to the free throw line with 6:48 to play in the third quarter. Livingston going to get Carter Harris back in the ball game as he'll come in replacing Wyatt Hargis. Coming in for the first time for Livingston is number 1, Brody Miller. Rogers at the line. Puts the free throw on the way. Bounces no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds by Harris. Touch last by Livingston. Rather by Sunbright. It went off Sunbright, so Livingston to play it in. Coffey goes inbounds to Tucker Miller. Tucker will bring it across the timeline. Works it front court on the dribble. Miller on the right wing. Miller in the corner now to Brody Miller. Brody will drive through the lane pass to Harris. Harris back out to Coffey. Coffey top of the key. Coffey Swings it out to Harris in the corner now to Carter Harris. Now to Tucker Miller. So you've got Carter Harris and Cole Harris out there as Brody Miller will take the right corner three. It's bouncing no good. Rogers will tap the rebound. Carter Harris knocked it away, but they're going to call a foul on Carter Harris as he'll pick up his second. Harris picks up number 2, team foul number 3 in the quarter as Sunbright will play the ball in on the inline. As the inbounds goes to Bunch. Bunch in the front court to Walker. In the corner now, Sunbright has the pass taken away by Miller. Brody Miller to Tucker Miller. He'll drop it off to Harris to the rim. Layup good. Cole Harris. Cole lays it up and in. He's got 19, and the Wildcats going to get 3 new players on the floor as Rocco Carwile comes back in. Drew Goolsby comes back in. Parker Beachboard comes back in. Inbounds goes to Bunch to bring the ball up court. Bunch across the timeline for Sunbright. Bunch left side now to Walker. Walker on the left wing picks up the dribble. Walker high post to Rogers. Rogers can't get the shot away. They'll back it back out to Walker. Walker now to Bunch. Bunch with the right-hand dribble drive, lobs it in the corner to England. England down low to Bunch, cutting down low. His jumper banking no good. Rogers will tap it in. Garrett Rogers with the offensive rebound and put back, puts him in double figures now with 10. Beachboard, left side, Carter Harris. And Harris going to be called for steps. Turnover by Livingston. We'll give it back to Sunbright as Rogers to throw the ball in. So for Livingston now, it is Beachboard, Carter Harris, Brody Miller, Goolsby, and Carwile for the Wildcats as Coach Miller took the same last name people out for me. I appreciate that. High post Beachboard almost knocked it away. Rogers made the catch, and Rogers can't get that one to go. Walker with the offensive rebound. He'll kick it back out to Bunch. Bunch will drive, step through the double team, finds Nitschke wide open for the layup. Leland Nitschke with his first 2 as Livingston brings it front court with Goolsby. Right corner to Brody Miller. His 3 is good. Brody Miller. Brody knocks down the triple for the Wildcats and extends the lead now to 36 once again at 60-24. The front court with it, Rogers. Rogers, top of the key, gets to the free throw line. Right corner, England. His jumper on the way is no good. Goolsby had the rebound go off his hands and out of bounds. Touch last by Livingston. Going to go back to Sunbright as they'll play it in on the inline with Bunch stepping out to throw in. Bunch to play it in. Trying to hit Rogers, knocked away by Beachboard, stolen by Goolsby. Goolsby has Brody Miller with him, but can't connect on the pass. Led him too much on the pass going to the rim, and the turnover by Livingston will give it back to Sunbright as they'll play it in with 4:27 to play in the third quarter. Tigers to bring it front court. There, one win coming over Mount Pisgah High School. Rogers, top of the key. Rogers has it knocked away by Harris. Rogers got it back. His jumper in the lane's good. Garrett Rogers. Rogers, 8 in the quarter. He's got 12 in the game. Cole Harris leads all scorers with 17. Beachboard in the front court to Carter Harris. His jumper on the left side is no good. Rebound batted back out. There to control, it's going to be Bunch. We're halfway through the third quarter. As Bunch falls down, Bunch will try to save it. He'll roll it out. Carter Harris knocks it away. It's loose on the floor, and they're finally going to tie it up, and the arrow is going to give it to Sunbright. Sunbright will keep it on their offensive end as they'll play it in right side front court. As they've got to get somebody out to throw in. It's going to be Kent England stepping out to play the ball in. England goes inbounds to Bunch. Bunch now across the timeline against the Livingston half-court trap to Rogers. Rogers with the right-hand dribble. Hands off now to Bunch. Bunch into the paint. Bunch, little floater inside's no good. Rebound tapped, and Goolsby with control. Goolsby now into the front court. Goes right side, Brody Miller. Brody will drive through the lane. Finds Beachboard. His left corner 3 is no good. Rebound Carwile inside. His follow in the lane is good. Rocco Carwile. Carwile has his first 2. Livingston's seen 9 different players score in the game, and they lead it 63-26 as we approach 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Rogers in the front court. Rogers fakes the handoff. He'll drive to the baseline, gets inside, double team, drops it off to Nitschke. His jumper banking no good. Rogers taps the rebound. Nitschke with control. His follows no good. Rebound Goolsby for Livingston. Goolsby to Miller running. Brody to the rim. Layup right side, no good. Harris with the rebound. Oh, he's hammered by Nitschke. No call coming. And it'll stay with Livingston as they'll play it in on the inline. Jagger Hammock going to come in replacing Brody Miller. Before he does, though, Sunbright going to call a timeout with 2:46 to play in the third quarter. The timeout's your score. Livingston Academy 63, Sunbright 26. Wildcats leading 63-26 over Sunbright here in the third quarter at Clark Range. Livingston plays again this afternoon at 4 o'clock against Smith County as Rocco Carwile stepping out to throw in. He'll go to Goolsby. Goolsby now to Hammock. To Carwile stepping inbounds. Carwile fall away in the lane. Good again. Rocco Carwile. Carwile has his fourth point of the game, all in this third quarter. It'll be Sunbright to bring it front court. Rogers back to Bunch. Bunch now to England. England to Rogers cutting down low. Rogers turns to his left. Jumper inside, no good, but Harris will foul him, and Rogers will go to the line to shoot two as Carter Harris has picked up his third. Team's fourth here in the third quarter. So for the next 2:25, Sunbright is in the bonus and will go to the line. Free throw coming from Rogers. Puts this one on the way and got to roll home. Rogers having a big quarter. His third made free throw. He's got 9 points in the quarter, 13 in the game. Harris going to sit down, as is Beachboard. Second free throw from Rogers. This one's on the way. This one's good. So Rogers makes them both there. Livingston gets number 32, Sawyer McBride, in the ballgame for the first time. Jagger Hammock quickly to the rim, lays it up and in. Oh, that's a quick burst there by Jagger Hammock for his first two of the night. As also out there is number 24, Green Puckett, in for the Wildcats. Bunch driving. His jumper's no good. Rebound to Rogers. His follow's no good. Goolsby will tap the rebound. Outlet going to Carwile. Carwile will drive. Gets inside. Lays it up with the left hand. No good. Rebound Rogers. And Rogers going to be held and fouled by Puckett. Green will pick up his first foul. Team's fifth in the quarter. Will put Sunbright on the free throw line, as that is number 5 on the Wildcats. So it'll be Sunbright stepping up to the free throw line. They're going to put Rogers there to shoot two. He'll go to the line for the Tigers. 67-28. Livingston going to go to 2-0 on the season. Rogers. Free throw on the way is no good. 14 points on the night for Rogers. He's now 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He'll shoot a second here. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. So he makes 1 out of 2 on that trip and cuts the lead to 67-29. Hammock in the front court will drive. Hammock, little floater in the lane, no good. Rebound taken away by Rogers. Rogers controlling now for Clark Range. Will drop it off to Bunch. Bunch now to bring the ball up court. Will go to Walker. Walker back to Bunch. Bunch lobs in the lane. McBride knocked it away, but there to make the catch is Rogers, and a push going to be called on Sawyer McBride. He'll pick up his first. Team's already in the bonus, so Rogers going back to the free throw line. He'll step up there with 1:29 to play in the third. Dribbling the basketball there. Free throw by Rogers is good. So Rogers making a living at the free throw line here in the third quarter. That's his 6th made free throw. He's 6 out of 8 from the free throw line, all in the third quarter. This will be his 9th attempt here. Dribbling there. Puts this one on the way and knocks it down. So Rogers makes them both. Hammock to bring it front court for Livingston. Hammock across the timeline, dribbling between the circles to Goolsby. Goolsby now to Carwile. Carwile will drive, fall away on the left side, no good. McBride will tap it, but there to control it's going to be Walker. Walker in the front court for Sunbright. Walker backs it back out to Rogers. Rogers dribbling between the circles. Rogers works his way inside, pulls up right side, and knocks down the jump shot. Garrett Rogers with the field goal. Continues to have a big quarter as Hammock going the other way, all the way to the rim. Layup good. Jagger Hammock. Hammock just outruns everyone to the rim. Caught Rogers sleeping a little bit defensively back there and lays it up over the bigger man to score the layup for the Wildcats. In the front court with it is Sunbright. Sunbright. Bunch will pull up and take a three and left it way short. Air ball by Sunbright. Will give it to Livingston with 33 seconds to play in the quarter. Goolsby back to Hammock now to bring it front court. Hammock across the timeline. Works it inside. Tried to hit Puckett, and he's going to be pushed and fouled by Nitschke. Nitschke will pick up his first. It's only the first foul on Sunbright in the second half. Comes with 26 seconds to play in the third quarter. As will be McBride stepping out to throw in right side on the baseline. McBride plays it in to Goolsby breaking to the rim. Layup good. Drew Goolsby. Goolsby 2 in the quarter. He's got 9 in the game. Wildcats lead it now 71-33. A dominating effort here by Livingston as they bring it front court with Walker now. Walker backs it back out to Rogers. His shot blocked by Carwile. Goolsby will bring it front court with 1 second. The runner at the buzzer is no good, and we're through 3. After 3 complete, it's Livingston 71, Sunbright 33. We'll check the scoring in this one in just a moment. Time now to take a look at our Smith Septic scoring summary through 3 quarters of play. Big numbers by the Wildcats as they put up 71 through 3 quarters. Smith Septic, call them before you have a problem with your septic system, 265-3575 for Smith Septic. Let's just take a look at the scoring down the line for Livingston. Brody Miller has 3 points. Rocco Carwile with 4. Livingston will play it in. Brody Coffey with 5. Wyatt Hargis with 11. Cole Harris leads all scorers with 19, as it leads Livingston with 19, is inside the layup no good by Puckett, the follow by Carwile no good. Carwile will try again, stripped away, and a foul going to be called on Sunbright. Picking that up will be Levi Walker, called for his first foul of the fourth quarter. With the continuous clock going here, we'll put, Livingston's going to play it in on the inline. Rocco Carwile with 4 points. Brody Coffey with 5. Wyatt Hargis with 11. Cole Harris with 19 is in the lane. The jumper's no good. Hammock with the rebound. 4 points for Daniel Bilbrey. 7 for Tucker Miller. 4 for Jagger Hammock. 4 for Parker Beachboard. 9 for Drew Goolsby. That's our Smith Septic scoring summary. Is inside. The bucket is good by Green Puckett. Puckett scores his first 2 for the Wildcats to move them in front by 40 at 73-33. Sunbright will bring it front court. Bunch. High post. Carwile knocked it away, but they'll call the push on Rocco Carwile, picking up the personal. That will be his second. First foul in the fourth quarter on Livingston. Sunbright will play it in on the baseline. Right side underneath is stepping out to throw in will be Noah Bunch. Bunch to play it in. Goes left corner. to Walker. Walker will drive, and as he goes, the foul going to be called on Sawyer McBride. McBride will pick up his second foul in the quarter, but this is going to put Levi Walker on the free throw line to shoot 2 for Sunbright. Walker, free throws on the way, and no good. He'll have a second opportunity. Stepping back up there for the Tigers. Dribbling the basketball there. Second free toss. That one's no good again. Rogers, though, with an offensive rebound, and as he goes, foul going to be called again on McBride. So Sawyer McBride picking up his third. Team's third here in the fourth quarter. No free throws here, so a throw in for Sunbright as Goolsby knocks it away and out of bounds. Touch last by Livingston. It will stay with Sunbright as they'll play it on the inline. Inbounds goes to Sunbright. Pass knocked away by Hammock. Hammock looking to drive, dribbled it off his foot. He'll save it, but saves it right to Bunch. Bunch with control, then Hammock took it away. Hammock to the rim, layup good. Jagger Hammock. Hammock with the steal and the layup. He's got 6, and that's the first 2 of the fourth quarter for Jagger Hammock. The front court with it is Bunch. Bunch at the half-court circle. Bunch dribbling there. Livingston, some new players ready to check in at the next dead ball. Northrup looks to drive. McBride knocked it away. Northrup able to keep control, though. Northrup swings it in the corner now for Bunch. Bunch will dribble back out with the right hand. Bunch works his way inside, gets all the way to the rim. Layup no good. Rogers tap no good. Rebound Nitschke back up no good. Rebound tapped out. Rogers with control. Little up and under move. Layup inside good this time. Garrett Rogers. Rogers lays it up and in. He's got 2 now in the quarter. 21 in the game is going the other way. Hammock's layup is no good. Rebound out of bounds goes off Livingston. It will go to Sunbright. As Brody Miller checking back in. Carter Harris checking back in. Parker Beachboard checking back in. Green Puckett stays out there. Sawyer McBride stays out there. So all freshmen on the floor. Let's see. It is all freshmen out there for Coach Jimmy Miller right now. This is Wildcats putting 75 on the board here this morning. Walker's jumping the lane, banking good. Levi Walker. Walker with his first 2 of the night. Beachboard in the front court. Goes right side to Harris. Back to Beachboard. Miller now to McBride. Left side 3 by Sawyer is no good. Harris will chase the rebound down, though, for Livingston. Harris pass knocked right back to him. Had an open look. Didn't take it. Miller will. Miller's jumper's no good. Rebound Beachboard for Livingston. Beachboard backs it back out to Harris. He'll take this one and not make it for the three-pointer. Carter Harris knocks down the triple. His first 3 for Livingston. And now a timeout going to be called by Sunbright. They'll call it with 3:51 to play in the fourth, with Livingston leading 78-37. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. People's Bank and Trust Company, Milton Raines and Family, Farm Bureau Insurance, Smith Septic Service, Puckett's Family Dentistry, compliments of a Wildcat fan, Highway Tire, Livingston Label, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Wascon Incorporated, Maynard Auto Sales, R&M Family Pharmacy, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Family Healthcare, Livingston Regional Hospital, First Church of Livingston, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Jerry's IGA, and Puckett's Furniture, our sponsors here on Overton Events. As it'll be Sunbright to play the ball in with 3:51 to play in the fourth quarter, as they'll play it in on the sideline with Rogers stepping out to throw in. Goes inbounds to Bunch to bring it across the timeline. Bunch, high post now to Rogers. Rogers looks to drive, and as he goes, the foul going to be called on Carter Harris. Harris will pick up his 4th, team's 4th here in the fourth quarter, and it'll be Sunbright to play the ball in on the inline with Bunch stepping out to throw in. Bunch can't find anyone. Finally lobs it up top to Nitschke. Now to McBride on the right wing. His deep 3 is no good, but inside, a lot of contact down low, and a foul going to be called on Livingston's Green Puckett. Puckett will pick up his 2nd, team's 5th here in the fourth quarter, so free throws here for Sunbright. as Puckett limping off the floor is Jagger Hammock going to come back in replacing him. As they take a moment to clean some sweat off the floor out there in the lane. That should be 5 fouls on Livingston. Should be free throws for Sunbright. As they find a towel there. At the free throw line is Garrett Rogers stepping up to shoot 2. Rogers' free throw is no good. He's attempted 10 now, has made 7 of 10 from the free throw line. Has 21 points to lead all scorers. Cole Harris leads Livingston with 19. Second free throw from Rogers. This one is no good. Rebound on the floor. They battle for it, and it's going to be Northrop that comes up with it for Sunbright. Left side, Bunch. Bunch will drive. Ball knocked away by Beachboard to Hammock. Right back to Beachboard running the floor to the rim. Layup good. Parker Beachboard. Beachboard lays it up and in for his 6th point. And Livingston moves in front now 80-37 over Sunbright. The front court with it is Bunch. As we're under 3 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Bunch left side now to Walker. Back to Bunch. High post Rogers. Rogers will drive. Gets inside. Layup no good. Rebound Brody Miller. Brody in the front court for Livingston. Tried to hit McBride. It's knocked away. Recovered though by Beachboard. Beachboard dribbling top of the key for the Wildcats. Beachboard will get inside. Finds McBride. McBride spins inside. Backs it back out to Beachboard. He'll take the 3. That one's bouncing no good. Rebound tapped by Livingston. Tapped out of bounds by the Wildcats. It will go to Sunbright as they'll play it in on the end line. Sunbright goes inbounds to Bunch. Bunch now across the timeline. Bunch working up top. Spins his way with the right hand. Ball knocked away and stolen by Miller. Miller quickly in the front court for Livingston. Miller to the rim. Layup good. Brody Miller. Miller 2 in the quarter. He's got 5 in the game. Wildcats lead it 82-37. As Northrop just to walk it up here for Sunbright. Northrop across the timeline. Right side to Bunch. Bunch dribbles around the Northrop screen. Now we'll set the offense. Northrop there at the half-court circle around the Rogers screen. Northrop in the corner now to Northrop. And he's out of bounds, and the turnover by Sunbright will give it back to Livingston. Wildcats to play it in with Brody Miller stepping out to throw in with 1:14 to play in the game as the inbounds goes to Hammock. Hammock, left side Miller. Brody's deep 3 is no good. Rebound taken away by Nitschke. We move under a minute to play as Livingston's going to go to 2-0. They've still got Smith County today. Hammock trying to hit Beachboard, led him a little too much, and it's out of bounds off Livingston. And the turnover will give it back to Sunbright. Sunbright will play it in on the end line as they're going to get a new player onto the floor. Clock runs with 40 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. As the inbounds goes to Northrop. Northrop now bring it across the timeline for Sunbright. Northrop working front court. Ball knocked away by Hammock, but they're going to call Jagger Hammock for the foul. Hammock will pick up his first. Already in the bonus is Sunbright, so Ethan Northrop go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Northrop going there with 24 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. Free throw by Northrop is no good. His first free throw attempt of the night. Sunbright going to get number 12, Lyric Massey, into the ballgame for the first time. He'll replace Garrett Rogers. Northrop to shoot a second free throw. Stepping back up there for the Tigers. Puts this one on the way and makes it. So Northrop knocks down the free throw for his 5th point of the night. Quickly the other way is McBride. His layup no good. Follow up and in by Livingston. That is Beachboard scoring it for the Wildcats. Beachboard has 8 now for Livingston Academy, and they lead it 84-38. The front court with it is Northrop. Northrop will drive, spins inside. His jumper with the left hand's no good, but they're going to call a foul on McBride, and this will put Northrop on the free throw line. Sawyer McBride will pick up his fourth. Ethan Northrop back to the line to shoot 2. First one's on the way and good. Northrop now 2 in the quarter, 6 in the game for Sunbright. He'll shoot a second free throw. Stepping back up there for the Tigers, dribbling the basketball there at the line. Puts this one on the way. It's no good. Long rebound to Hammock. Hammock to McBride, and the game will come to an end right there. Your final score, Livingston Academy 84.